Hey, back again. Right now, if you recall from my other videos, we are now working on the Pedersoli Brown Bess, and we are attempting to smooth out the pins with a metal file. They're a little bit high up because I didn't do the best I could, so they're a little bit high up, but because they're brass, they're going to flex easily, and they're going to trim down nicely. I'm using multiple different tools on this one, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is. If you noticed before, all I had was like a simple hand drill and some brass rod and a file. You could do a lot with just like a few simple hand tools. Oh, look at that. It's almost flush. And beautiful. You want to push down. All right. Now, luckily for me, now this is going to be a problem. Right here. You can see this one because it's at an odd angle. And because I am who I am, yeah, you gotta have a delicious sip of coffee. It's gonna be a little tough, so we're gonna have to figure out some approaches. Maybe coming in you see I'm only using this part right here, and I'm really paying attention. I'm using my finger. Yeah, it's gonna pinch you if you push. So I'm gonna rest my hand here and just go slow. One big myth is that you can't like just do that. I don't know, like some people say it's a myth. I'm not exactly sure. But you want to put some pressure on this. Yeah, you're going to scratch up the stock a little bit, but if it's never been redone before, you're going to have to... Oh, look at that. It's almost flush. I wish I could find my smaller guy. All right, let's see if we can... It's just a little bit above that. Now you take your, see what we could do with the 150 grit right now. So I grab the 150 grit. I'm just doing it a little bit by hand right now. Look, if there's a little bit of a bump, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, this isn't super duper professional. It's you know, factory grade work. I mean, if this was like a Kentucky long rifle made by like the best gunsmith in all Pennsylvania, then yeah, I'd be like, send it out. But it's not. It's a military grade weapon. Not that they were all crappy, but yeah, this was a little bit. So the great thing is that if you're restarting your stock, you got a lot of material to remove. You see, you want to have the neck going all the way down to about, this is too chunky. This is still a little too chunky. So there's a lot of chunky stuff you need to get removed. See if I can find my... All right. Ugh. All right. Slowly but surely. You gotta feel with your fingers. Once it's okay if there's a little bump. You probably get that with some sandpaper. You could definitely get that. All right. Yeah. Yeah, you kind of need a good bench vise to do this. That's another thing you're going to need if you're going to attempt to do any kind of musket repair or anything of that nature. So I would suggest that in the beginning. You can barely feel this one. Yeah. Now with epoxy's kind of hard to get out. So go grab yourself a set of cheap chisels. You get these at like Harbor Freight. Get a set. Some guys will be like, oh no, I use $100. No, just buy a set of cheap chisels. And if they're like not that sharp, yes, can you get super duper good ones? Remember, I'm explaining this for beginners, not for guys who like know what they're doing. Like getting a good little, like, should you sharpen your chisel? Sure, but a lot of times these are like just throwaway guys. You know, they're not. Yeah, I got nice chisels. Am I going to be using them to pick out epoxy? Absolutely not. That's what cheap chisels are for. You know, not everything is supposed to be. I mean, some guys might even try to attempt to do something else or modify a tool. Just go get yourself some cheap chisels. Now you have to sharpen these too. You don't want it to be catching. It's starting to catch. This is going to take a while for this to clean out. The problem right here is, see, I got this pin in here, so you don't want to hit the rod. Now you don't want to be doing that. You want to slowly be going up and down this one. All right. Whatever you get. All right. We're going to see if we can just... see. Yeah, there's always a lot of readjusting for different applications. Now, if this stock was perfect, I would wrap it with leather. And I would be doing different things to protect it. See, here's another pin. One pin like punched through because I wanted it to punch through. Now, are they, if you recall from one of the other videos, all right, let's see. No. If you recall from one of the other videos, it had an issue with you could still see a little bit of the crack, but it's such a nice day out today. I'm hoping I can get this musket sanded up and ready for, oh, look at that. See, right now I'm trying to dig this out a little bit. If you notice that you could tell this one is better made, or whoever, just because of the inlay is just so nice. Like the problem with I would say 90% of the problem with the Indian guns is that they're not that the stock is made of a bad wood. Teak is actually got a lot of great qualities to it. Now, they did probably make muskets out of teak. At some point, they probably made musket stocks out of teak. Somebody did at some point, or repairs when they were in Asia. But, I mean, no one's transporting teak. I mean, the whole point of having a good stock is kind of like... They didn't invest. I mean, did they make the stocks nice as they could? Yeah. Did they? See, there's a lot of bumps and stuff in here. Yeah, it's getting a little. See, this John right here. It's getting stuck. So, see, there's some wood missing here. There's a couple different issues. Remember what I said, the makeup brush. Now, some guys like to brush it out with a stiffer brush, but I don't need to do that. I want to pick up a lot of the dust too. For now, I'm not going to start rasping it, excuse me. Until I get this done. So now remember, like sometimes in life you're like, well, I messed up on this little thing. It's okay. That's the only way we learn in anything. So that, but yeah, you could do this if you're a new guy to reenacting. You have to learn how to fix your own stuff nowadays. A lot of the guys who taught me are passed away. I hate to say it, but most of the older guys who taught me all this stuff are gone. They're in very limited supply, like good unks, you know? Good unks, people are always like, you see these influencers, they're all like, oh, you got to get a mentor. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just go down to the mentor store. Like not all of us are going to pick up mentors, like especially if we're not like super talented. Like talented guys are going to be able to get mentored. If you're like an average, guy like me, no one's gonna really help you out. I mean, sometimes they might. You never know. You could pick up a few things here and there, but like full on, like take on the burden. Most guys want like a pure success, you know. Like they might help you out, but like now another good thing is to clean up the musket is razor blades. You grab them, razor blades. Guess what? Super cheap, cheaper than sandpaper. They have card scrapers and specialty stuff, but that stuff's expensive. And number one, like go down to your local hardware store and ask for a card scraper. They don't know what you're talking about. You know, even the older guys, they don't know. Like just because a guy is old and he works at a hardware store and he might know something about plumbing, doesn't mean he knows anything about like old timey like furniture repair. But yeah, if you want to learn how to like fix up furniture repair is another good spot. Like I'm just kind of using these to scrape up. I got my sharpening block right here. I'm just gonna 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You gotta count. 20 something. I forgot because now I was talking. I'm a dummy. All right, that's pretty good. We don't gotta go crazy. Much better. All right. All right. All right. All right. I gotta carve out the trigger guide. The one good thing about the Indian guns, but this is a Pedisoli. I'm not really that impressed with it per se. Let's see. Okay, so we're getting this cleaned up. Now, when I figure out how to tag like certain types of literature, I'll help you all get going. Hopefully this is in a good spot. All right. Let's see. See this book? We're gonna thumb. Maybe I'll figure out how to like take pictures, but this is it. The Brown Bess. You need this book. This book is like so good. And guess what? If you don't read good, you don't gotta do a lot of reading. See? A lot of pictures. Pictures are sweet as hell. Look at this. It's full. Lots of pictures. Barely. You don't need to remember anything. But bada boom, bada bing. You're done. You're donezo. All right. I gotta figure out how to like. All right. And I think that's pretty good for now. That we discussed the pins. We smoothed them out down to 1. And that's how you can see right here. We'll go down. You see that looks pretty bad. This is pretty amped up, but if we go back to a normal thing, you could see, I know they're really scratched up right now, but this is the size of my thumb. These are pretty small. See, I'm not cutting my finger. So that's pretty good. All right, thanks guys. I hope this was informative and the camera work was better. All right, thank you.